Welcome cartoonists to another cartoon workshop. Today we're going to have a little go at drawing a mermaid sat on a rock holding a nice little crab. So have a go at this. Starting off the upper part of your page, we're going to do an M shape. And it's a rounded M shape, it's got wide edges. Just watch this, I'm starting from there to the middle and out again, so it's sort of flared out either side. That's the start of our drawing. And that's the top of the hair. Okay, so that sort of M shape. Then from that middle point, just below that middle point, we're going down one side into a little curve. So we're curving out and then in slightly. Ready? Out and then in slightly. That sort of shape. And that's the shape of the hair coming down over the face. So now we're simply drawing a U shape in here for the shape of the face. Okay, so it'll start to take shape in a minute, that sort of shape, a U shape. But you can experiment with that, you can try with different face shapes. And you just about see the ears there. If you've got enough room, just put a little part that you can see of the ears. So it's quite a tricky cartoon, but just stick with me on it and let's see if we can do it. Pause if you get behind. I'm going to do the eyes next, but I'll get a little bit closer so that you can see what I'm doing. So round about level with the ears, I'm just doing a little soft curve going in that direction. So the eyes are closed. You can just see the eyelids. Just a small line for the nose, very, very simple. And mine is a happy mermaid, so a little smile. Looks quite content, sat on the rock in the sunshine. I'm going to pop some eyelashes on there, just 3 will do, don't have to do too many. And the eyebrows are up again, because the mermaid is looking quite happy. Now once you've got the face finished, before we do any shading or colouring, I'm going to put a neck on there. And I'm going to carry this hair down, not too far, because I want to put the body and the tail in first. And we'll be doing a lot of lines that aren't quite finished, but we can finish them all off at the end. So maybe leave the hair for now, and let's just concentrate. Even though I'm putting details, you can do this later. Just wait until the end to do this, unless you're doing it already. But I'm going to now do the body and the tail of the mermaid. I'm going to start off by just putting a little line either side of that neck, and those are the shoulders. And like we usually do with the cartoon workshop, if you've joined me before on this, we work our way down the cartoon. So this is the top that the mermaid is going to be wearing, so around about the same width, or just a bit, not quite as wide as the shoulders, doing a line at the top. And this is the length of the upper body, a smaller line there. And you'll see why now, because I'm just going to put a line joining those up. That's like a little V shape for the top that she's wearing. Now for the waist, which is just about underneath there, it's a swimsuit type of top. We are now going to make the tail, and I'm going this way because it can make a C shape there. It's the top of the tail where it joins onto the body, and then I'm going to, from that line there, I'm going to carry all the way down a slight curve, and there is the start of the tail. Now look at all these lines unfinished on the hair and on the bottom of this tail, but we can join all these up in a minute, because I want the rock to be slightly in front of this tail. So the rock that she's sitting on, just jaggedy shapes meeting the bottom of that tail, up, down, just jaggedy shapes. and it just makes it look a little bit more 3D. Makes it look as though she's actually sat on that rock. Now you can carry that curve down to there. Don't quite meet up with the rock, because now we can put the tail on the end, like the little fins on the end of the tail. And that's like a pointy shape. Put a little bit of a curve on it like that if you can. And then the other way. And that's like a fish's tail on the bottom of that long main part of the tail. So I'm carrying that rock down. Now I'm doing the sea, just a wavy sea at the bottom, and then I can join any lines up at the bottom where the rock meets that wave and the tail meets that wave. So before we can finish all these lines of the hair and everything, I'm just going to put the arm. That's 2 lines coming down together about that long, just before the waist. And the forearm comes down to meet the tail. And a really easy little shape for the hand without going into lots and lots of detail. It's just a little curve there which meets up with the tail. And when you look at that cartoon, that's just going to look like the hand. So from this shoulder coming down, double line, not too long, that's the upper arm. And then a horizontal line with one underneath it. You can see where the bend in the elbow is there. Now before you go ahead and put the hand on there, I'm going to put a crab in the mermaid's hand. So if you've drawn a crab before, you can follow this. If not, I've put a little link to one of our other videos on the end of this video. Okay, so double circle. Those are the eyes of the crab. That's the sort of main body of the crab. Circle just joining onto the end of the mermaid's wrist there. Little circle either side. That's where this is where the pinchers or the claws. They don't look like claws at the moment. It's like 2 big ovals. That's where they're joined onto the body with those 2 small circles. Then a jagged line, just to make them look like crab claws. It's a really nice, easy way of drawing a crab. It's a happy crab, because it's being picked up very gently by a mermaid. It's got to be happy about that. There's his legs hanging down. And all we need to do for her hand is just join up a line. And it's a simple way of just making it look like her hand's holding onto that crab. And the crab's looking to the side. The eyebrows are up, very happy. So it's a happy scene. No vicious sharks yet, which is good. So now we can continue that hair all the way down behind the arm, all the way down to that rock. Really long hair. You can colour this any colour you like, any shade that you like. Just feel free to colour it however you like. Whatever pencils you've got, pens. Again, creating our own colouring book. So these are more jaggedy lines on the rock, just to give it a little bit more definition, more things to shade, so you can have more fun shading this and colouring it. Here are some limpets. They're just like a little triangle shape from the side, and they look circular when you look at them from the top. So either triangles or circles, you can put some limpets on that rock. Really easy to do. When you come to shade it, just leave those white, and they will look like limpets. So these are just some little scales running down that tail. Maybe start bigger at the top and then smaller as you go down to the tip of the tail. They're that way around because that's the way she swims through the water. So all I need to do now is make a bit more of a scene of this. So I'll put a long line for the horizon with some more rocks. Very similar to the one she sat on, but these are in the distance, so they're a bit smaller. Again, you can shade these. If you want to put some palm trees, just start off with some lines like this and just have a little play at drawing these, because they're quite good fun, and you can put as many as you want and it makes it look like a real tropical scene. So start from the tip of the tree, you just do some little curved lines coming down like that, lots of them, and they get to look like palm trees. And you just do these in black, don't do them in green because they're on the horizon, and it's like the silhouette of them. If you want to put the tree trunks in brown with some green leaves on the top, you can do, and make some longer and shorter. These are a bit longer on the top, but I tend to put them in the background as a silhouette so you don't see too much detail of them. A nice sun in the sky, top, bottom, side to side, the little rays of sun coming off there, and it looks like a nice summery scene. This is a cloud, so it's a flat along the bottom. There's an M shape, big and small, different shapes, and that gives you a nice cloud. So there we have a nice warm summery tropical scene of a mermaid on the rock. There are some ripples on the water, which is just going to give you more things to colour and shade. So here's me doing a bit of shade. I've speeded this up a little bit. I'd probably have the tail green. The top can be any colour you want, purple, pink, blue, whichever. And whichever colour you shade the tail, just press on a bit harder along the bottom of that tail and it'll give it a little bit of shade. And it gives more shape to your cartoon. There's a little bit of shading on the eyelids. If I was using coloured pencils, this might be brown, but I'm going to leave this to you. That's why I always shade just in my grey pencils, because I like you to use your imagination with the colours. Normally I'd colour this crab pink, but again, choose whichever colour you like. Any colour for the hair, but whatever colour you use, just put a bit of extra shade near the head, maybe underneath the arm there, where it's going to be in the shade, where the sunshine and the light can't quite reach it. And with the rocks, say we're just going to go traditional and draw a browny, greeny rock, maybe because it's got some seaweed on it. Just press on a little bit heavier around these little crags here, and again it'll give you a bit more of a 3D look to your cartoon, and bits of shading underneath the limpets as well. All that remains then is just maybe some little shades of blue or aqua or green even for the sea. Mix them up a bit, even if you're using coloured pencils, but just press on a little bit heavier where the ripples are and where the rocks are in the background and underneath the main rock that the mermaid sat on. And there you've got quite a nice scene. Don't forget to sign your fantastic work and send it in so we can have a look on our Facebook group. And if you want, you can even put a rainbow in the background, just very, very lightly. You can just put a little hint of a rainbow in there. Just have fun with it. Draw it a few times if you like. Watch the video again. If you want to know how to draw any more sea creatures, look out for this one on the YouTube site. Or this one, you got some dolphins if you want a dolphin jumping up in the background. So give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Let me know you're out there. Send in your work. Leave any suggestions what you'd like to draw, and I'll see you on the next workshop.